The regular meeting of the Lawndale Elementary School Board will come to order at 5 o'clock. I would like to remind the board, cabinet, presenters, and speakers to the following. Please slow down when speaking. Project your voice. Speak directly into the microphone. Mute your microphone when you are not speaking, and we ask that we do not speak over one another. Are there any public comments from the audience on agenda or non-agenda items? Thank you. There is no need for closed session, I believe, so we're not moving into closed session. At this time, we'll move to item 3.02. Ms. Galinda, will you lead us in the pledge tonight? To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We continue to hope and pray. Roll call.
President Coronado,
Here.
Clerk Rudolph is absent. Trustee Burris,
Present.
Trustee Phillips, Trustee Morales.
Here.
All members of the cabinet are present. We have 6 in-person guests. One YouTube, 0 Zoom. Thank you. Approval of the agenda.
Thank you. At this time, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Move.
On a motion by trustee Morales and seconded by trustee Phillips to approve the agenda as presented. However, I will ask if there are any changes or comments from the board.
No.
Okay, hearing none, please vote on your devices. Motion carries 4-0. Presentation.
Thank you, President Coronado. At this time, I would like to introduce and welcome our Coordinator of Community Schools, Miss Emily Lay, who is here with her team and will be presenting an update on our Community Schools Initiative.
President Coronado, the Board of Trustees.
Just a moment, please. Pardon me?
Just so the public knows, Board Member Burris is going to be the clerk tonight.
Oh, thank you. And I usually trust you to do that for me. Thank you. But thank you. With approval from the board, consensus from the board, may we appoint Kathy Burris as clerk?
You're okay.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
I'll abstain. Can you just?
Thank you. I'm so sorry for the interruption.
It's okay.
Good evening, President Coronado, Board of Trustees, and Cabinet. I'm very excited to share with you a little bit about community schools here in Lawndale. Can I sit with it? First, I want to introduce our amazing community schools coordinator team. We have Kieslyn Michael, who is from Anderson, Desiree Austria, who is at Smith. We have Alondra Villafan Gill, who is at Rogers. We have Vanessa Clark, who is at Mitchell, and we have Jessica Duarte, who is at Green. We also have Cecilio Salazar Martinez, who's at Adams, but tonight he is at Adams doing a parent workshop, facilitating one. And we also have Dominique Paris, who's at Roosevelt, but she's a little under the weather tonight, so we're hoping she feels better. But both of them are here with us in spirit. So a little bit about community schools. Through our 4 pillars of community schools, our goal is to strengthen and align systems in order to ensure that every student is healthy, supported, prepared, and ready for success in college, career, and civic life. By partnering with families and with community partners and organizations, we continue to build environments of belonging that address the whole child in order for them to empower them to learn, grow, and thrive. So through that, we do that through our community schools implementation. We really ground ourselves in the framework of community schools. And as we do that, we are asset mapping. And asset mapping is really looking at the strengths of all of our school sites. And then with that, we do a lot of needs assessments through surveys, through interviews, in order to look at the gaps that we might have. Simultaneously, we are creating or forming advisory councils. And through these advisory councils, we get together to look at the strengths of our schools, the needs of our schools, and then create short and long-term goals for our school sites. Within that, it is in our implementation plans. And through our implementation plans, we ensure that our goals, long-term and short, are aligned with our budget and with our gap analysis. So through this process, when we're seeing these implementation plans, that's where we're identifying programs, initiatives, and additional partnerships that we want to bring on to make sure that we're addressing those needs. That leads us to the end of the school year where we do our annual reports. We have site reports and then we have a district report, and we ground ourselves in the data and the impact that we're making at the school sites. So with that, we're going to start with our school sites. And our coordinators right here behind me, and we have one that's going to come up and speak in a couple minutes. But our coordinators are currently right now starting out the year collaborating with their school community, engaging in asset mapping, really looking at the strengths of the school site, as well as doing needs assessments. And those needs assessments that they've been doing look in the form of surveys. They're out there before and after school meeting with parents and doing individual interviews. They attend SSC meetings, ELAC meetings. They attend the coffee with the principal, really making sure that they're hearing from our families and multiple groups, as well as with the students. They're out there at recess, lunch, passing periods, really making sure they hear student voice. And then as well as staff. They're at staff meetings and they're out there in the mornings with them, going into classrooms to really paint a strong picture of the strengths that our sites have, and then being able to identify those needs. And then currently they are creating advisory councils, and those advisory councils are including students, they're including staff members, and as well as parents and caregivers to really make sure all stakeholders have a voice. And in those meetings, in fact, 2 of our school sites have already engaged in their first advisory council meetings to really look at the data and then create what are the needs that they want to address at the school site throughout the year. So we're in those beginning processes at all the school sites. So I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Michael, who's going to share with 2 things that we're currently doing right now at the school sites to support. That is feedback that we've received.
Good evening, board members. Again, Keisla Michael, Community School Coordinator at Anderson Elementary. I was just here, I think some weeks ago, presenting to you all as well. And again, as Emily Lay just shared, that we want to kind of highlight some of the initiatives that we have already started this school year. And the Million Mail Figure March is one that we had a huge success with. Each site had a high participation to attend this event, as you see in our photos. Some of the feedback that we received from families, just how amazing this experience was for them, and just how they felt warmed to know that schools value the presence of male figures in their lives. Oftentimes, Father's Day isn't, not often, Father's Day is in June, and they really don't get that opportunity like we do in school settings, often highlighting our mothers or making Mother's Day cards. So the dads really felt the impact of having them there and present and knowing that we value them. Secondly, each school site, based on assessments and the voices of our parents and their requests to have parenting and resources available to support them as they rear their children, we started this year with engaging our families in this active parenting series. Community coordinators, along with community liaisons, help promote and also facilitate these workshops. Each school site facilitated these sessions that focused on strengthening family communication, building positive relationships, supporting children's social and emotional development, and gaining just the practical strategies, not only from the curriculum, but from one another. So we had, which our parenting series are not done yet. As we see, some are going on in the evening. We have them in the morning. We have Spanish and English happening simultaneously. So thus far, we've had about 65 parents participate in these workshops. And some of the just testimonials, a few things that parents have said is that I'm looking forward to Wednesdays, right? I've seen some of these strategies already work at home, and I hope there will be more. So we are really proud of the initiatives that we've rolled out thus far, and we're so ready to continue to assess the needs of our school and see what resources and supports we can provide. Thank you.
So within the district piece and how we are supporting as an entire district is the entire team engages once a month. We attend professional learning, and through that community schools professional learning, it really strengthens our implementation. It's a time where we get to talk to other school sites and districts that have community schools in them to really network and find out other resources that we could provide and bring into Lawndale. During this time, we also collaboratively design and coordinate community-centered events like our one that's coming up in another week, the Grateful Gathering, where we can really celebrate our families, but also provide food, clothing, books, flu shots, and resources that they might need, and fun family activities. So it's a great event that we're really excited about. Additionally, we are developing, strengthening, and sustaining partnerships with families and community organizations, and I'll be able to share with you a few new partnerships that we have gained this year. We also have weekly team meetings every Thursday afternoon, working together to really collaborate and do our best work. And one other thing too is we have a newsletter, our community schools newsletter, and it's gone out. We've had a second edition just this week, and this one really provided a lot of resources. We heard what families are needing and students are needing, so we have put that in our newsletter, so that'll be going out continuously. And lastly, our district partnerships. So these are a few that we have. We have many more, but we've added a few that I wanted to highlight. One is one with our PTA council. We've been really working side by side with them and, collaborating, and they are a big partner within our gathering, providing a lot of food for our families, which is great. Souls for Souls. We have that new partnership this year, and what that is donating shoes to our district. So in the next few months, we'll be receiving 150 pairs of shoes in multiple sizes that can go to our families in Lawndale. And one other one is ADAP. And ADAP was something that is supports with drugs, alcohol, vaping, and they've already actually been in the schools. They partnered with many of the schools during Red Ribbon Week. So they were able to provide resources to our students, and they also are ready to do workshops for our parents, which is great. So those are a few. There's many more that we have, but those are a few that I wanted to highlight for you for this school year. And that's all we have. Any questions?
Trustee Morales, any questions or comments?
No.
Clerk Burris?
Of course. Thank you so much. That's a great presentation to give us an idea of what's happening. And I'm so happy to hear that you're getting a good response from the parents and stuff like that. I did attend Mark Twain's ADAP during Red Ribbon Week, their presentation, and it was, I mean, I know a lot of that stuff because of the training that we have to take, but the parents asked a lot of good questions, and so there was a lot of participation. So that was really good. I was glad to see that, and glad that we're getting that out there, because our babies they're sponges. They just pick up everything. But thank you for all your hard work, Ms. Lay. I had no doubt, and your team, of course. And everybody that's worked so hard. It's really heartwarming that we're getting the word out and making sure that our kiddos are well taken care of, and our families as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much to all of you. The food, besides PTA council, where, are you asking for donations? Are you accepting donations?
We will definitely accept donations, but we did partner with also a church of a family that goes to Anderson, and that entire church has been raising a bunch of food that they will be donating for next week. They're bringing it over. Plus, we have through food services 2 pallets of produce that will also be. So we have enough food that we'll be able to make bags for at least 300 to 400 families.
Oh,
On that Wednesday.
Yes, we'll be putting them together next week. And so then that way, on Saturday at the gathering, we'll be able to give out bags of food. So it'll be all put together in a bag, and that they will be able to take 1 per family.
You're not declining any donations, are you?
No, I am not. I will take anything and everything. Thank you. I
Would you,
appreciate
would you
that.
please take
Yes,
this?
I will.
Thank you so much. No, you're more than welcome, Emily. It's good work. Thank you. It's all good work that you guys are doing. Thank you, especially at this time when things are
Tough.
tough for a lot of families. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Superintendent Castro?
Thank you. President Coronado, next is correspondence. We have one letter from the Los Angeles County Superintendent of Schools regarding our unaudited actuals. And Clerk Burris, would you please read the highlighted areas?
Pursuant to Education Code Sections 1240B and 42100, the Los Angeles County Superintendent of Schools, County Superintendent, has completed our review of the Lawndale Elementary School District unaudited actuals for fiscal year 2024-25. And the financial information has been forwarded to the California Department of Education. We wish to express our appreciation to the Lawndale Elementary School District staff for their cooperation during this review of the Lawndale Elementary School District's unaudited actuals for the fiscal year of 2024-25. If our office may be of further assistance, please don't hesitate to give me a call and I won't give out her number.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I,
Move it, accept.
move
Move
and
to
file
accept.
or whatever, move to accept the correspondence from the Los Angeles County Office of Education. This was your copy, Virginia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On a motion by clerk. A motion by clerk Burris, seconded by trustee Phillips,
Phillips, I
to
believe.
accept and file the correspondence from the office, Los Angeles Office of Education regarding our unaudited actuals. Thank you. Okay. Back on the script.
Do we need to vote?
Yes, but I just need to look at,
Okay.
I know, I just need to look at my script. I told you guys I'm not as fast as some of you guys. Thank you. We also received notification of sufficiency of instructional materials for the following schools: Lucille Smith, Mark Twain, Anderson School, and Green. But that's not to say that the other schools aren't with sufficient material. It's just to say that these are the schools that Los Angeles County sent auditors to check.
Correct.
Okay, as far as we know, all of our schools have sufficient materials for everyone.
That's correct.
Thank you so much. Superintendent's report?
Okay, thank you so much. So first off, I just want to acknowledge President Coronado and Trustee Burris, who were able to make it to our Smith Blue Ribbon celebration, and I want to just recognize the hard work of that school. As you know, I shared that we received notice at the end of last year that Smith Elementary School was nominated as a National Blue Ribbon School, and approximately a week before we were going to receive the award, the current administration up in Washington decided to make several cuts to the Department of Education, and one of the things that was cut was also this award. We were very saddened about that, but we wanted to make sure that the school received the recognition that it deserved. And about a week prior to the celebration that we planned, we received a letter from Tony Thurmond saying that California was going to recognize the schools that were nominated for National Blue Ribbon with a California Blue Ribbon, which will be honored at the April Anaheim awards ceremony. So be on the lookout for that. But I did want to just share a few pictures and just share that we had a lot of dignitaries there, including Mayor Pro Tem Pat Kearney. We had Council Member Francisco Talavera, who I believe is in the audience tonight. Thank you for joining us, sir. And we had representatives from Congresswoman Maxine Waters, Senator Richardson, and Assembly Member Tina McKinnon and Supervisor Holly Mitchell. So a lot of the dignitaries in our area sent recognition to the school for their hard work and their accolades. And again, this was honoring closing the achievement gap among students of color and marginalized communities. So we're very, very proud of that. We're also proud that we are one in 8 schools in LA County and only 31 in California. So one of 31 schools in California that received this national merit this year. So very proud of the work that Principal Crystal Moore and her entire team and community of families and students have done to really put Lawndale on the map. So I did send out an email to all staff today because, next slide,
We need to do.
we made the news, and it was really cute. Last night I received an email from Kim Lewis, who's our deaf and hard of hearing. She's one of our SALPA edge specialists, and she said she was listening to NPR, and one of the highlights was LESD, and it was a little snippet of this recognition that we received. And this is the article that came out by LAist, and we were honored to have Mariana Dale, who was actually at Smith not too long ago covering our TK program. I think she just fell in love with us. How can she not? So she just happened to be at this ceremony. And she put out this article, and the title of the article is "The Trump Administration Canceled the Top Education Award. This LA school is celebrating anyway." So I do want to acknowledge Superintendent Tony Thurmond, because I think it was wonderful that California is still recognizing our blue ribbon school. And hopefully when there's a change in administration, we will finally have a national seal. I truly believe that we're going to have more than one in Lawndale. We already have a California to distinguish, so this is just the beginning. We had a number of Dia de los Muertos celebrations. I know that the board was talking about September being Hispanic Heritage Month and ways that we are culturally responsive to the very large population of Latino students that we have here in Lawndale. And I was able to visit some of them. I was at FDR this morning and saw there. So I think the majority of our schools had something to acknowledge and honor the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos celebration. I was also at Rogers last week, and our new principal, Drew Stewart, was participating as SMOA came over and did some artwork for Dia de los Muertos with the middle school students, and that was always nice. But we had at the Lawndale event last weekend, a lot of our schools had their altars and their displays up to help the city recognize and honor our loved ones that have passed. So it's nice to see our culture integrated into the schools and recognizing one of our largest student populations. So hopefully we can see more cultural activities to recognize and represent our very diverse population here in Lawndale. And that article, if you haven't had a chance to read it, she mentions all of the languages in Lawndale, and I think sometimes we forget. I know that Trustee Phillips shared that with the city council when she presented to them. Do you remember, Trustee Phillips, was it 57 languages that we have represented in the district? So it's always nice to be able to bring to the kids just a little bit of their culture and their native lands. And then finally, we had another accolade that we're very proud of. Dr. Maria Ruelas was recognized as the 2025 Social Worker of the Year by the Los Angeles County Office of Education. And Tracy Pamilli and the team were there to honor her and make sure that she felt very valued and appreciated by all of us, as well as the entire LACO team.
Thank you.
And no additional updates from the HR office, just our current positions that we have open. We have 3 teacher positions open, our visual arts, music, and drama, and we have SSA's positions open right now. So please, if you're interested, go to the Lawndale website, press on the career tab, and it will take you directly to EdJoin to apply.
And on behalf of the business department, I wanted to share that over the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about the digital marquees at all of the school sites. Maybe about a week ago, the work has officially begun. We are in the process of trenching right now at Twain and Mitchell to provide electrical power to the marquees. Once the marquees are in, then we can go ahead and move forward with the installation. And we are looking forward to this, all 5 projects, all 5 marquees to be completely done before the winter break. Next, I wanted to share with everyone that the government shutdown is impacting school audits. Usually around this time of the year, our auditors receive a compliance supplement document that provides guidance on how federal funds should be audited. This year, because of the shutdown, they have not received that information yet. And because of that, our auditors requested that we reach out to LACO and request for an audit extension, which was done a couple of weeks ago. And I just actually heard back from LACO today, about 2 hours ago, that the extension was granted. This actually impacts all LEAs in LA County. In fact, LACO, they're currently being audited by Eide Bailey, the firm that we use, and they need an extension as well. And so, yeah, the extension was approved as of today. And last but not least, wanted to share with the board that we are going to be moving forward with fire alarm testing during this upcoming Thanksgiving and winter break. And so this is part of our annual preventative maintenance and safety compliance. And any issues that we find during the test, the plan is to address the issues before the students return.
And 2 updates tonight from the Educational Services Department. Before I get started, just a quick thank you to Emily Lay and her team. I love the new t-shirts, Miss Lay, for really coming together to get the implementation of the Community Schools Grant going. I appreciate all of your efforts. In the gate identification, I wanted to provide the board with a little bit of an update. Of course, from a few years ago, from when we revised our identification criteria to now, we've seen a remarkable growth in the identification of GATE students over the last 2 years. So when we first started with the updated identification process, we introduced that in 2023. We had 115 students identified. 2 years later, today, that number has grown to 271, with the most significant increases seen at the middle school level. I'm very pleased because this growth reflects the impact of our revised points-based system, which looks beyond a single test, which we were doing before in 4th grade. Now we have a Naglieri test in 3rd grade for universal screening, but then we also go beyond that to provide opportunities for students to gain GATE eligibility through SBAC performance, teacher recommendations, and factors, whether they are currently an English learner or part of being served as a foster youth or in low-income status. So by broadening the criteria, we're ensuring that the students' strengths and their potential are recognized and nurtured. And so we are really supporting a richer and more inclusive GATE program as a result of that across Lawndale. And then the next area I wanted to highlight was our AI, our progress on responsible AI use in LESD. So what we want to make sure is that we're working on the work that we're doing right now is building on the foundation that we established last year. And it's expanding now into more intentional classroom practice this year, but we're not yet broadening it out through the whole school district. What we're instead, as I said last year, if the board remembers, we provided 3 resources: the AI guiding principles, the teacher AI guidelines, as well as the student technology and AI guidelines. And we put that up on our website. We shared that with our teachers and our students and our staff at the end of last year. And we actually reshared that at the beginning of this year.
Now this year, we're going into the next phase of it where we're strengthening our digital citizenship lessons, and we've added an introduction to AI so that all students can begin learning what AI is, how it's used, and what responsible use looks like. We're also trying to, we're offering capacity building strategies within our teachers, offering asynchronous AI learning opportunities so that they can engage with it at their pace, at their convenience. And we offered it over the summer and also into the fall for those who are interested in building comfort and skill with these tools. And then finally, as I mentioned, we're not doing a full rollout yet. What we have is a pilot. So we're launching a cohort of AI pilot teachers who are taking a deeper look at the classroom applications and currently piloting Magic School AI. And it's giving us structured feedback on basically the instructional value, what kind of assessment support we could get from it, looking at the impact on our student learning, and of course, looking at any safety or privacy considerations for that. And then finally, we're going to make sure that this information, along with the guidelines and any opportunities for parents, is going to be shared via Parent Square in the coming weeks. And that's it from Educational Services.
Thank you. Questions, comments from the board? Thank you. Thank you.
All good news.
Dr.
Thank you.
Pamelia, how do we ensure that all parents are on Parent Square?
Thank you for the question, President Coronado. We have a wonderful network through our community liaisons, and our community liaisons continuously are monitoring and ensuring that the information that is provided to them in the schools are going out through Parent Square. So they're able to monitor and see if they're matching or not. And so if I go on to the Parent Square dashboard, it'll say, congratulations, you're at 99% or 99.8% success rate with your communications and the contacts list that we have. So anytime there's any update needed, they go in and they do that.
Thank you so much. And Dr. Ho, if a resident should have a question about the fire alarm systems, those calls should be directed to the school district, correct?
That is correct.
So if the city gets calls, hopefully they'll redirect those calls to the school district. That would be very much appreciated. Also, because Trustee Burris and I were able to attend the Smith celebration, I grabbed a couple of extra pens. I don't know if my voice will carry, but for you.
Oh, we're not going to pin him?
So I want to make sure that Trustee Burrow gets this.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Nothing else from the board on those items? Okay, we are now at item number 4.04.
Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of October 16, 2025.
I'll second.
On a motion by Trustee Morales, seconded by Trustee Burris, Clerk Burris for the evening, to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting of October 16th, 2025. Any comments, questions, additions, or changes from the board?
Oh, ma'am.
With that, please vote on your device. Motion carries 3-1, 301. 301. That's 3 for approval, no negative, no nays, and 1 abstention. Thank you. Okay, we have no expulsions. We're now at item 6, information items. Information items. are generally included at the board meeting, on the board meeting agenda for two primary reasons: to gather input from the board and the public on issues that may require future board action, and to share updates on a variety of topics of interest to both the board and the public. The information items below are only first readings. 6.02 Board Policy, first reading of Board Policy 41108, dismissal, suspension, and disciplinary action. Item 6.03 Administrative Regulation, first reading of Administrative Regulation 4118, dismissal, suspension, disciplinary action. 6.04 Board Policy, first reading of Board Policy 4140 regarding bargaining units. 6.05 Board Policy, first reading of Board Policy regarding bargaining units number 4240. And lastly, 6.06 Board Policy, first reading of Board Policy 4340, also regarding bargaining units. Superintendent Castro? Okay, all items appearing under the consent items, SELPA consent items, superintendent action items, and SELPA superintendent action items are adopted by one single motion unless a member of the board or the superintendent requests that any such item be removed from the agenda and voted on separately.
I'm bringing forward consent item 7.03 through and including 7.16 for approval.
I'll move.
Second.
On a motion by Clerk Burris, seconded by Trustee Morales to approve and to ratify consent items 7.03 through and including 7.10. Comments, questions, discussion from the board?
No, ma'am.
Okay, anything you want to highlight, Superintendent Castro?
No.
All right, thank you. All right, hearing that, please vote on your devices. Motion carries 4-0. We are at item 8, I believe, Superintendent Castro?
SELPA items. I'm bringing forward SELPA consent items 8.03 and 8.04 for approval.
Move.
I'll second.
On a motion by Trustee Morales, seconded by Clerk Burris to approve SELPA consent items 8.03 and 8.04. Comments, questions, discussion from the board?
No, ma'am.
With that, please vote on your devices. Motion carries 4-0. Item number 9,
Superintendent action items. I'm bringing forward superintendent action items 9.03 through 9.15 for approval.
Move.
I'll second.
on a motion by Trustee Morales, seconded by Clerk Burris to approve and to ratify. Give me a minute. Superintendent action items 9.03 through 9.15. Comments, questions, discussion from the board?
No, ma'am.
With that, please vote on your devices. Motion carries 4-0. Item 10,
SELPA superintendent action items, we have 1. 10.03 for approval.
I'll move.
Second.
on a motion by Clerk Burris, seconded by Trustee Morales to approve Superintendent Action Item 10.03. Comments, questions, discussion from the board?
No, ma'am.
I have a question. Is Cal State Long Beach the only one we're having internships with this year?
With the SELPA,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, I can find out.
That'd be appreciated. Thank you. Okay, any other comments, questions from the board? Okay, with that, please vote on your devices.
Do a hand vote.
Pardon me?
We do a hand vote.
Would you like a hand vote, Ms. Galindo?
Because my computer just went out.
Oh, okay. All right, all in favor, raise your hand and say aye. Opposed? Motion appears to carry 4-0. We have no items removed for separate vote. We have no items. Well, we do have an item, but we don't have a full board to discuss board presidency vacancies. I hope we get to talk about this the next board meeting. All right, board member comments.
I believe it's me first, right?
Well, since you've been gone, I'm gonna let it be you, then I'm gonna ask trustee Phillips and then
Since you've been gone.
trustee
I
Morales.
think there was a song. Thank you, President Coronado. I have
Thank you.
I attended the ethnics training.
Ethics.
Ethics. God, bleh. And I enjoyed that. It was pretty informative. And a lot of stuff we've already known, but I still, it's always good to repeat it. I did attend, as you said, the Smiths Blue Ribbon Ceremony, and it was fabulous. It was just, it was a warm day too, so it was perfect. And then on another day, I went to Mark Twain's Halloween parade. They had invited me to come to that, and it was so cute. The staff all dressed up in these similar type of blow-up costumes and stuff. And then the teachers at each grade level, like kindergarten, were crayons. The teachers were, it was just adorable. And the kids were just going around waving at everybody like they were in the Rose Parade. It was just adorable. They also did their student of the month. The parents and got to sit, they had VIP seating for them, front row seating for them to be out there and be recognized. And the kids got their certificate out there. They were called out to the middle. And then after that, they had the, what was it, ADAB? Is that what it is? For Red Ribbon, they had that presentation in the multi-purpose room. So I went to that as well. And like I said earlier, they really did, parents had a lot of good questions, and they did it both in English and Spanish. So they were able to get through to everybody. They had a slide presentation and everything. And that was really a lot of good stuff. She also had talked about the Narcan and stuff like that, and was trying to get samples for everybody. And again, about the blue ribbon, I loved the article in the paper. It was so inspiring that we're being recognized. Crystal Moore worked, well, her and her whole staff worked continuous. They were just
Without
what is it?
effort.
Her heart work, correct? Heart work.
Mhm.
And it's just so, the schools are just so welcoming when we come there. So I really, really enjoyed that. And then Miss Lay, thank you for your presentation. I think it's really important that we keep up this work and keep our families with all the resources and all the things that we can do. It's really good. And I want to thank you and your staff for all your hard work. And Superintendent Castro, we are no longer the hidden gem in Lawndale. We are coming out bright and shining, and you promised us that when you first took over, and you are doing it. So congrats to you and your cabinet and everybody who worked so hard on this. I'm so proud of Lawndale. Don't ever say like, oh, I'm from Lawndale. It's like, no, I'm from Lawndale. I'm on the Lawndale Elementary School District. So proud of what we've accomplished, well, what you guys have accomplished. And we're just going to be up there bright and shiny, very short time. So that's all I have to report. Thank you so much.
Thank you and welcome back.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
missed you guys, although I watched you on YouTube.
Thank you. Trustee Phillips?
Just briefly, because I've been told that I talk too much at these meetings. There's a meeting this Monday at Laxta. It's via Zoom. I encourage you all to go to it. It's at 6 p.m. And Dr. Belinda Hurley from the CTA is going to talk about the top concerns as far as employees and teachers and stuff in the state of California, as well as Carlos Machado, who I've met personally from CSBA. He's going to bring us up to date with the legislative action items at the state level that have gone through. Also, I received from AALRR, an attorney group, can't say ours anymore. SB 848 was signed by the governor, and I'm sure you're quite aware of this. It expands 2534, Senate Bill, sorry, 2534. When teachers go from district to district, they must list down the previous districts that they worked at so that they can do a check on any actions that they may have been terminated or that are, yeah, not good. But now they've expanded that, and classified employees must also report that through. So they're
good.
going to do we can do background thorough checks on all of our employees that are hired to see what's hiding in their past before we hire them in case they have anything on their record. So document, please. Also, I think it's the same thing, mandated reporters. They're now making it official for school board members. We've done it for years, but for us to do that as well. But they're expanding it to, I'm sorry, I was on the phone here looking it up, to volunteers, our parent volunteers, if they are not under the direct supervision of the guardian or parent of the child or staff members. I don't think we have that so much because most of our volunteers, there's always a certificated employee in the room. But if there are any instances where they are not, I don't know, maybe they're helping in the copier room or something like that, and they're on campus a lot, they should also go through the mandated reporting. I think it's a must now. Obviously, I'm going to go to I'm sure there's going to be sessions on that at the CSBA conference next month. Some lawyer group is going to do it, either Walliver or AALR or something. And so I will go to those to find out as much information as I can. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Morales?
I have no comments tonight.
Thank you. I have a question before I do my comments. Dr. Home, with the federal government shutdown, is that impacting our state preschools in any way?
Not that I'm aware of. The only impact that it has on school districts right now is the audit process. Oh, and the SNAP program, the CalFresh program.
But our kids are still being fed?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. If that would change, you would let us know immediately, right?
Yes, of course.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, I too attended the ethics training, and I also attended the Smith National Blue Ribbon School celebration, and thanks to Tony Thurman, I'm hoping maybe he'll come visit our little bright and shiny gem of a school district. And the city did send a proclamation via two council people. That was Pat Kearney and, of course, Frank Talaveras, that's already been mentioned that he's in the council. Thank you for visiting. It's nice to see our partners in the city visiting. Thank you. I don't believe I have anything else. Is there any further business to come before the board? With that, we will adjourn at 5:49. Oh, is there something else? 5:49? Oh, Mr. Talaveras, would you like to say something? Although it breaks our process and protocols? I'm going to let you. Not normally my my style.
For breaking protocol. So my name is Francisco Talavera, Frank Talavera of Lawndale City Council, and I just wanted to give a public apology to President Coronado and to this board for some miscommunication we had for the Hispanic Festival that I sponsored, not city sponsored, that I personally sponsored. And there was some miscommunication, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry and let you know that I continue looking forward to working with the school district. I am the committee person or the liaison between the city and the district. So And I want to, they've told me it's been like dead for many, many years now, but I really want to work alongside with Lawndale Elementary School as well as San Elo Valley and get our schools involved in ways that the city and the school districts can work together. So,
Thank you for
Bonnie, I'm
coming.
sorry.
No, thank you. And apology accepted. It was
Okay.
accepted last week at Smith School when you offered your apologies then. But we all know that you've been a part of Lawndale Elementary School District for many, many years, and we know your heart's here in Lawndale. So thank you again for formally apologizing to the board and to the superintendent. It's greatly appreciated. And thank you. I'm glad I broke protocol.
Yes, thank you.
With that,
Ms.
oh,
Coronado,
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. On behalf of South Bay 25, they're filling up the dates really fast for Santa Sleigh this year. Is there any special night that any board members or staff want to go? Or do you want the same night as last year?
I think we should have a conversation about if the board's going to go or if it falls to the cabinet out of direction or obligation. I don't think I'll be going to Santa Sleigh. So
I-
do you
I
want to
will.
agendize it or put it on the agenda for next time?
Well, it'll be probably too late. Because the spots are filling up quickly.
Okay, will that taking action, do you want consensus from whom might attend from the board?
Mrs. Superintendent, Madam Superintendent, sorry. Would there be anyone from the district office to provide a group to be there one night?
Yes, of course. Can you share the date with me?
It would be the 17th, Wednesday, the 17th.
Wednesday, the 17th.
That's the night that. the
I
board
believe
met
that's the
last
night we
year.
have a special Santa there. So yes, the cabinet will be there.
So we will have members.
Yes.
So it's up to each board member whether they want to or not. Because it's the district that's there, not
Right.
necessarily the board.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
Thank you for bringing, thank you for bringing that up. Thank you, trustee Morales. Thank you, trustee Bruce.
I will let the president know. Thank you.
And thank you, trustee Phillips. Phillips. All right, any other business to come before the board? With that, we will adjourn at 5:50.